Yo, what's up guys, it's MVP here, back with the second video, and this one is going to be my first tips and tricks video. If you find my content helpful, consider subscribing and turning post notifications on. In order to become decent in the game, we have to understand and learn all the aspects. The main aspects of Fortnite are shooting, building and editing, but there are hidden ones which I'll be talking about today. First of all, we have movement. I know it sounds simple, but trust me, movement is so important and so underrated. I want you to think about it this way, okay? Let's say you got into a 50-50 fight, which is when two players, for example, in the same box and they are shooting or spraying each other. The chances are equal for each side to actually win the fight. But if you do utilize movement, even though we are still in a 50-50 fight, your movement, if utilized in a correct way, it will increase your chances of winning that battle. In order to do that, you have to keep in mind to make your opponent miss their shot. In this scenario, you have two players inside the box, both stuck under the ramp, which happens quite often. If you focus on landing high damage shots at the same time your opponent is doing this exact same thing. Now let's say you land a 170 damage shot, but he lands a 200 and you die. On the other hand, if you focus on making your opponent miss his first shotgun shot, at the exact same time your opponent goes for the shot, and because you are moving in an unpredictable way, he misses and then you shoot him and spray him down. I'll show you an example here quickly. For the second hidden aspect, we have what I call shoot and reposition. This works very well against full teams, whether you are outnumbered, whether it's a 1v1 or a 1v4, it works the same. So as the title says, all you have to do every time you get some damage on your opponents, assuming you don't have a lot of mats, if they push you, you can't really outplay them and you will probably end up dying. That's when this aspect kicks in. You will have to reposition every time you manage to deal damage. In order to get better at this, you have to practice fights with no mats. This will improve your positioning, and most importantly, you will become relaxed and there won't be any more pressure. You can simply practice some 1v3 or 1v4 with friends in creative, make some pre-builds, and then you have no right to build anymore. All you have to do is use pre-built constructions and keep repositioning yourself. This can be done in two different ways. Either both their team and you can build, or the second way, which is use the pre-built constructions and then practice fighting the full team without building yourself. I also suggest having limited heals to make it as realistic as possible. For the third hidden aspect, we have what I like to call stop and observe. What this means is you don't have to be on the run the whole time. This is highly recommended whenever you lose track of your opponent in a build fight and you don't know where his current location. When you do stop, you benefit from not letting your opponent hear your footsteps, therefore might result in a decent damage pump shot if well positioned. It will also help you take a breath, understand your surroundings, opponent's position, and most of all, relax. Reload your guns and then go again. Most players during a fight, they keep running and running, either they kill or they die, and while doing that they either get bopped or sprayed from another angle. Why? Because they didn't pay attention to their surroundings first. It is very important to box up during fights, heal up if needed, reload guns, or even if you don't need any of those and you hear so many footsteps coming from all directions, box up, figure out how many players, their positions, and then you can decide your next move. For the fourth hidden aspect, we have see-through placed builds. Obviously I'm not talking about wall hack, but how Fortnite works is once you place a build, it starts almost transparent and the build pieces come down until the build is fully done. In the meanwhile, I want you to utilize that to look through your placed builds as well as your opponents in order to always keep track of your enemy, predict his next move. Now let's say your opponent is double ramping and he places a cone on the floor in the end of his double ramp and he turns to the side as he's going for a side jump, but since you can see his movement and predict them, you can secure yourself a free shot before he takes cover. Let's see an example together.